This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me, I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
Hello, and welcome to a very special episode of the OnlyFriends podcast. I'm actually scrolling to find our message from our sponsor. We talk too much in here. Anyway, I'm your host today. I'm very prepared right now. What the fuck, guys? Where's this message?
In Discord.
In Discord?
Anyway, what's poppin', guys?
Fill the air for a sec. I'm gonna find it. It's in WhatsApp. No?
Yep. I don't know.
Discord.
Yep, Discord.
Motherfuckers.
What's up, Landon?
All right, give me a sec.
How you doing, Brian?
I'm good.
We're here, Friday afternoon. These podcasts, especially at the end of the week, get a little bit off topic. You know? We kind of go everywhere.
Berkey will bring us back to poker since he's out there in the streets.
Oh no!
Cash game streets.
What do you mean? Oh no!
Don't do this to Matt Berkey.
No,
boy.
we're not doing that yet.
We're not doing this yet.
What section is it in, motherfuckers? It was literally in WhatsApp, was it not?
No, it was in OnlyFriends Squadcast in Discord.
Yep.
All right. Okay, guys.
Things are getting dicey here, Melissa.
King.
Hold on.
1 second. We got
something's going on.
Getting dicey.
Matt's got the king 10. I'm pretty sure it's a single raise pot based off the pot size. He bets flop, gets called.
No.
Early gun versus big one. Does he check raise? He might have check raised flop. That would make some sense here as to why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that's what happened here. Is he check raise flop, turn, he's probably barreling, goes for 3/4, ace 10, just gonna have to call. Good spot for ace 10 until the river's a king of hearts, and then Matt's gonna go all in and get
That's
called.
exactly what I was thinking.
That is somebody that has a piece.
Yeah. And
Oh no.
Oh, he might be able to get a.
is he jamming? Okay.
Well, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't jam, he just raised. He raised small. Okay. I mean, are you allowed to raise? Yeah. Should you raise? Probably not. Ace 10. You like
Just trying to get it in.
Wheel draw 10.
Don't do it.
King
Put
River.
a king out there, dealer.
Yeah.
Put a king
King
out there
bowl.
for it's so sad because it's King River. He's probably gonna go check
Or like
check.
a 6, maybe.
Well,
Yeah, that's good. Check a lot.
Yeah.
It's gonna check a lot.
I have a feeling.
Matt might lead.
Ludo's
Matt might
not
lead
checked.
10%. Matt might lead 10%. I can see the wheels turning. Look, you can see it.
does machine approve of 10%?
I think a 10% would make some sense, right? Because you're gonna have some hands that you're gonna want to check raise barrel,
A cheeky B10.
like a 5-6 from. Oh, he checks. It's snap check, right?
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Save money, live better.
All right, let's get this pod going, and then we'll come back to this later.
Yeah.
So, yes, a sponsor.
Woohoo.
The biggest series in BetMGM poker history is underway in New Jersey, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. From September 15th to the 25th, play over $2 million in guaranteed prizes in the BetMGM Poker Online Championships. Compete in big buy-in high rollers, 100K daily phase events, and more exclusively on BetMGM Poker. For a complete series schedule, visit betmgm.com. And just to highlight, there is over $2 million guaranteed across the entire series, which includes a $2,500 buy-in high roller this Sunday.
Man, I'm so sad that I'm not in one of those states to play. I wish Nevada had.
Keep getting them checks, Melissa. It's not. I don't get that check. So I know. Maybe we should take a trip to one of those states. I would love to.
Shout out to all the Pennsylvania peeps out there.
I would love to experience it. Okay, so anyway, I have some really, beyond the fact that Berkey's playing live at the bike, that we have a sponsor, really exciting news. I have way more exciting news. Berkey left his Twitter logged in.
All right, let's get rid of it. Yeah, Berkey. Access to Berkey's Twitter.
Huge mistake.
Yeah, we can't
He
take
didn't
it
learn
off.
the first time, did he?
He did, and then he logged out the second time, and it's been enough time that he's
Oh,
forgotten.
come on. Yeah, there's no way he would
So,
ever remember to do it the
of
second
I'm
course-
like 100% sure on the plane or something, like on the way to LA, he's like, fuck.
Of
My
course,
Twitter's
we
not
need
logged
to
Yep.
take advantage of this momentous occasion.
Do you already have something queued up?
Yeah, well, I think we'll just go with the regular theme.
With the callbacks.
Hey, but I want to start it off pretty like serious and kind of somber.
Oh, it's going to be a thread.
Why don't
Yeah, a
you?
thread, yeah. Hey, hate to
Bother you guys.
bring up serious news on this Friday,
This somber Friday afternoon.
but I have to.
Haven't played live poker in a while. I'm very nervous. I just shit myself.
And then I'm going to put a thread.
We're
Fuck.
make-
Are you just going to like drop one like every once in a while throughout the whole podcast?
I want to retweet an astrology tweet, and I'll just put that at the end of it. A thread. And then what do they do? The little down
spool.
arrow?
Yeah, a thread. Cool. Okay. You can click the plus, and then the plus will
A thread.
let you add some more tweets in there, you know?
Hey, hate to bring up serious news on this Friday, but have to.
Mm-hmm.
A thread.
Yep.
I'm at Live at the Bike. I'll tag them.
The best part is he doesn't have access to
I
his
know.
phone right now. So he has no idea.
Efro goes, this is a perfect transition from the very last episode being about using your platform and voice responsibly.
I'm at Live at the Bike. Let me get this out of the way first. Let me get this out of the way
Got something on my chest.
first.
In my pants.
I'm at Live at the Bike
Yep.
and need a spare change of pants.
A spare change
Size
of pants.
Small.
Extra
as
small didn't fit
extra
last
small.
Yeah.
Accidentally caps locking. Extra small led to some
Chafing.
unfortunate wardrobe malfunctions last time.
time. Parentheses.
Shout out to Charlie with the super chat. He said this is his favorite segment of the pod. See that? Berkey sacrificing his Twitter so we can get $10 from Charlie. Appreciate that.
Lastly,
Thanks, Charlotte.
and then I'm just not even going to really write a thread. I'm just going to say, lastly, this is really important. And then I'm going to quote tweet an astrology about Aquariuses, of course.
Can you find a way to use the word
Wait a minute.
adjacent?
The best part about it is, I don't know if this thread is done correctly, but if it is, it's probably fine.
What's wrong with it?
No, I think it reads weird. 'Cause
That's okay.
That's fine.
you forgot the parentheses like 1 of 2, 1 of 3.
Oh yeah,
But that's okay.
Whatever.
It's a perfect.
I don't write threads. I'm not a fucking nerd. So
Yeah.
You're a brainiac.
You got to use all the key words in this.
Yeah.
We have to use
Wow,
adjacent.
we really should have started with "What's
Oh.
up, all you nerds and brainiacs?" Matt Berkey here. Wow. Next time. Next time.
We're going to need everybody to go to Berkey's Twitter and
I've-
retweet and like this.
Yeah, that is true.
I've decided
We have
to
25 likes already.
announce that I am now astrology adjacent.
Just keep using keywords.
Oh, man.
And wanted to provide some of my favorite material.
He's never going to leave us. He's never going to leave us to do this pod by ourselves
Nah,
again.
he will.
Favorite material.
Because the way that the thread's supposed to go is it all supposed to come out at once. But you're
Yeah, I
going-
know. But this is,
This is better.
people
This is
are
a lot,
live
yeah.
sweating the
Right.
thread.
This is way
Yeah.
better.
Yeah,
You're
it
live
is.
tweeting in the thread.
Okay. Hey, hate to bring up serious news on this Friday, but I have to. A thread. Let me get this out of the way first. I'm at live at the bike and need a spare change of pants. Size small as extra small led to some unfortunate wardrobe malfunctions last time. I've decided to announce I am now astrology adjacent and wanted to provide some of my favorite material below. Let's see. I'm just going to quote tweet this thing that says, if astrology isn't real, then why do all Aquariuses look so dreamy?
Oh, you also have to do that because he's an Aquarius.
Yeah, it's going to
Yeah.
be all Aquarius stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
I feel like you should
Professional
tweet
astrologist.
one of Nick Howard's tweets.
It is the dawning of the age of Aquarius.
When Aquarius feel misunderstood or unheard, they shut down instantly in conversation. Face go from smiley to serious in 0.2 seconds.
It sounds like Matt.
Is that a good one?
Let's speak about how he's trying to get a windfall.
Oh, here's the good one. Aquarius really gonna show you the most love out of everybody.
All right, we can only go so far with this one, you know.
I have to provide the materials, as I said I would.
Yeah, there's some material in there for sure.
Okay.
Aquarius.
This is gonna be up there for a couple hours as Matt's busy trying to not lose a bunch of money on
You just want a hand.
live at the
You
bike.
get the best hand to fold.
Yeah, you got the ace duckly.
Okay, so I think that was good. I'm just gonna
Okay.
put one more tweet. I'm gonna quote one more tweet about Aquariuses.
Okay, Aquarii.
Aquarii. So
Aquarii.
okay, let me just read this. Hey, hate to bring up serious news on this Friday, but I have to. A thread. Let me get this out of the way first. I'm at live at the bike and need a spare change of pants. Size small as extra small led to some unfortunate wardrobe malfunctions last time. I've decided to announce I am now astrology adjacent and wanted to provide some of my favorite material. And then the material is Aquarius really going to show you the most love out of everybody. And then the second one is don't keep taking advantage of an Aquarius because it can only go so far. That's it. All right.
Okay,
Poor
so I
Berkey.
like how you used a bunch of different accounts for this. You used twitter.com/bagtender. We have the ad account Cosmic Energy. We have a bunch of different sources here. For,
Yeah, it's like he reads a lot of different material,
Yeah.
so we want to make that clear.
Yeah, got a lot of coverage in this one.
So
Okay.
I wanted to do a little OnlyFriends check-in since we have a bit of a loose structure today. Just see how you guys are doing.
Is that the Barbara Walters voice?
Tell me what's new in.
That's just a New York.
Tell me what's new. No,
yeah.
what's new in your lives? You got any news? You got any drama? You got any? What's new with the Tinders?
Then leave the Tinders out of this, man.
No
Okay,
chicken
shit.
tenders.
No chicken tenders. No, things are good. Being back for a little bit, coming back from Florida, coming back from LA. Like LA, back to Vegas. Or Florida, started in Vegas, went to Florida, came back, went to LA for the WPT, and then came back here. And it's been nice being back, like LA was fun, played the WPT. Didn't go well, was in for one, but was kind of doing some other things, like just kind of
What other things?
I was just
Yeah,
having a
what
good
other
time, man.
things?
What other things were you
Come on,
doing?
give us something here. Give
What
us
is
a little.
Come on.
You can't just say I was traveling and then I went in a car
You
and then
can't
I
say you're
came
doing
back.
other things.
I went to the gym and then I ate eggs. Like that, no one wants to know about that. We want to know
Yeah.
the juicy deets.
I'm sure you do.
What other things
Give
did
us
you do?
No,
the tea.
I went to a party,
Okay.
Went to a party. That was fun.
Stepping outside.
Party.
Yeah, went outside
You go to
the
more
house.
parties than
Did you meet
probably
anyone?
any of us.
Yeah.
One party.
Yeah,
That's enough.
that's
Yeah,
more
we all
than
live
me.
some very, very interesting lives.
Yeah.
We got to get to the ins and outs of it.
Did you meet anybody at the party?
Yeah, I met some friends. Met some people after. Some social media stuff. Got some numbers. Did that.
Yeah.
stuff.
Got some numbers.
numbers.
Met after. Got numbers. There's a lot of shit going
How
on.
many
here.
numbers did you get?
Couple.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
3, 4,
how do you get
5?
somebody's number?
Huh.
Asking for a friend.
Ask for me, man. It's tough. I don't know.
You just say, hey,
No,
Put your
but
number. You give him your phone.
no. Let's no. Absolutely not.
No.
They just tell you it and you memorize it.
No, you know, I mean, I was fortunate enough to have someone that was there that kind of knew everyone that at the party that would kind of like introduce me to people, because it's obviously extremely hard to cold open when it comes to meeting new people. And obviously when people go to the party, like to a party, they go to meet people and like have a good time, so it's easier. But at the same time, it's still hard. You know, it's hard to go to people, say, hey, like, what's your name? Like, what are you up to? Like, what brings you here? Kind of thing.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
At least
I only like parties when I know the people. I
Yeah.
hate parties when I don't like know anyone. It's
Yeah.
so it's just draining.
Same.
You have to do small talk like 15 times.
Yeah, it's tough. And I was fortunate enough to go there with a friend. Like, names are irrelevant, you know. So I just had someone there that was kind of introducing me to
Brad
people. No, it wasn't a
You went
Brad
to
Pitt.
you went to Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt was introducing you.
It wasn't a BPP. It wasn't a Brad Pitt party.
Uh,
Yeah. But yeah, no, the party went well. I had a good time, and yeah, went on some cool activities, cool trips. Went on a helicopter. That was fun.
shit.
When-
Helicopter?
Yeah.
He ballin'.
Yeah, I posted that on the story on the feed. People liked the helicopter. Went around Catalina Island for the day. That was fun. Went in a submarine.
Wow.
I had a lobster roll.
Lobster rolls are good.
Lobster rolls are
What kind
good.
though?
It was cold.
Well, yeah, they're always cold, but
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they were supposed to be warm.
no.
No.
The kind with mayo or the kind plain with butter?
I want to say this was plain with butter, but had the sauce on the side if
Okay.
you wanted it.
Plain with butter is the way.
Plain with
That's
butter.
Seems like
main
that
style.
would be the way to go.
Yeah.
Good.
No, so I definitely had a good time in LA. Stayed at the DoubleTree, went to the gym there. That was exciting for me, you know. And I committed to going on a hike to London.
Oh yeah, you will be leaving
You're
us.
hiking
Brad
to
Pitt
London?
just
You're hiking to
hold
London.
on.
Within
Brad Pitt
London.
just entered the chat.
I'm sure he did.
He said, "Excuse me."
It wasn't his party. If it was his party, I would have said it was Brad Pitt's party. But yeah, so Victoria posted on Twitter that she wanted to mix her passion for hiking as well as poker and go on a 12-day hike in London, like coast to coast, like a 200-mile hike, and
Wait,
then go
how
play
many? Oh, wait, say again.
200 miles.
200 miles.
You're going to go on a 200-mile hike.
Yeah,
How long does that take?
12 days.
Are you doing it this so that when Berkey brings up alone, as he does every day, you can say, "Well, I actually did it alone, motherfucker."
Well,
You
I
did
wasn't
it."
alone. I was with
Yeah,
Johan
but,
and
you know,
Victoria.
Wait, is
You're-
it 200
you're
miles or
still
200
hiking.
kilometers? 'Cause
200 miles.
well, they don't do miles over there.
We do 200 miles here, and we translate it. 200 miles.
How many is that? How many?
Wait, how many
kilometers
miles
is
is that every day?
So some days are gonna be different. Some days are gonna be 15. Some days are gonna be 24. Some days are gonna be like, yeah.
That's a
Damn.
lot.
Why are you
Yeah,
doing
that is
that?
a
Are you
lot.
ready for this? I don't think you.
You
I
don't
think
walk that much.
You seem like you're just doing this on a whim.
Well, I could continue on the hiking
We're
story.
very concerned.
Yeah.
I am concerned for. I want him to come back.
Listen, Ryan, it's still unsteady, just like the Tortoise.
Listen, it wouldn't take me 12 days. It would take me 12 years.
Yeah, same.
So I saw it on Twitter, and we were talking during the series, and she said backpacking it becomes extremely addicting. And I was interested. She said, one day I'll take you on a hike, and like you can see what it's like, and if you enjoy it, go on some more, sort of thing. And I was interested when I saw it, and I reached out and I said, hey, I'm interested in doing this and interested in training for it, being able to prep. What am I supposed to do?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, okay, are you, she had the same reaction that you guys did. Like, are you sure you really want to do this? And I was like,
Well, yeah, it seems
I was
like
like,
a lot.
you know what? Yeah, I do. I think it'll be a really good experience for me. I've never traveled outside the country.
Mhm.
It'll help me get a simple task done
Now you
of getting a passport.
you said London, but you meant England, right? Obviously, London's
City?
not 200 miles.
Well, it's
wide.
in England, yeah, but
You're
EPT
going.
London.
You're starting in
So,
London, or
I don't know where I'm starting. The logistics are already planned, so I didn't make the trip, of
Mhm.
course. I just kind of jumped on the pre-planned trip. But the idea is to go on this hike prior and then play events at EPT London, like play the EPT London main, play some side events after.
Mm.
So I'll be in England Brian. I'll be in England from the 6th of October to roughly the 20th, depending on like when.
I thought you were going to
Travel.
train for this.
What's the longest that you've hiked at this
Prior,
point?
I've done some hikes at Mount Charleston and stuff, like 5 miles, pretty simple, pretty easy stuff. But I also wasn't as in shape as I am now. And the way that I was,
You have been training for months, actually.
I've been doing a lot of training, yeah. So
Yeah.
I started just weightlifting in general, like strength training, because Melissa has informed me on the difference between strength training and Olympic
Well, training for
training.
muscle growth
Sure.
versus training for strength.
So how does it like? Are you camping out, or
So-
is there like checkpoints where you'll stay, or how's this work?
Yeah, so for this one, she kind of made the hike go on easy mode in the sense of staying at nights, like at hostels and
So
stuff.
that's nice. You can get a shower.
Right, so you get a
Have
shower.
you seen the
fresh
movie
and-
Hostel?
No.
It's just like you're not
That
just
would be
on the
good.
trail for
No,
12
but
days straight.
when she goes by herself on these things, she
does
is.
it.
She
Yeah.
does it like she carries the bag, carries like
Mhm.
10 stuff, this,
Wow,
that, whatever.
That's a lot.
Right. And who knows? I'll see how this goes. And if I like it, maybe go on more and like make it tougher.
Should we
As
do an
is.
OnlyFriends 200-mile hike?
Absolutely not.
No.
Unless you want
Why
to
not?
cart me around in a wagon.
Yeah,
I'll do it
roll
on
you
a
up and
horseback.
I'll put you on my backpack.
I'll do it on
I'll put you
horseback
on my
or a
shell.
donkey.
I'll throw you on my shell.
Okay.
And we'll
Deal.
I wouldn't do an OnlyFriends fucking 20-minute walk.
Yeah. We'll be at each other's throats by the end of
you're not a hiker?
I don't like hiking.
it. Yeah. Well, no. No.
So back to the training aspect of it all. On a treadmill, you can set an incline, right? And you can just walk. So at the start, she's like, okay, just walk for X amount of time on like the max incline on the treadmill and see how you feel. And felt pretty good. You know, I can walk for hours on end on an incline, because obviously when you're not on the incline, it's easier and you have to prep different muscles for a
Mhm.
hike.
Yeah.
Right. Going on a
course.
X amount hike for a long time is different than being like you're training different things. Like you're also holding a
Yeah.
you're holding a backpack on you,
Mhm.
you're carrying things with you. So yeah, it was just an opportunity that I sort of
You'll
saw.
get used to it after a few days, probably.
Yeah.
Hope you better hope.
Yeah, I'll be good. So I went to this store. I went to this store called REI, which is like a hiking
Yeah.
and nature store.
It's a well-known store.
Yeah, I've
Never
never
heard
been
of
there. Because obviously it's for hiking equipment, right? And I had to get a bunch of different stuff, like new clothes, new pants, new
Shoes,
shirts,
probably.
and a backpack. I learned recently that the way that backpacks work for hiking are different, and the way you carry weight isn't from your back; it's from your hips.
Okay.
So the backpack straps around your waist,
Mm-hmm.
and most of the weight that you're holding gets suspended by like the thing that they have to suspend it on like your back, so it's
Where
light,
do you use the bathroom?
and you pack your weight. That's a good question. You go outside,
Probably in
if
the
you have to go
woods.
outside.
Just like the bears.
You-
So you should bring toilet paper.
I don't probably.
I think there's leaves.
There's leaves.
I've done that.
Yeah,
Of
we all
course
have.
you fucking have.
At,
I've done
a
that.
music festival.
I live in the woods.
I don't
Yeah.
doubt that.
I've never have wiped
Live out
my
in the
ass
sticks
with a
in
leaf.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're playing in the woods and you got to go. And
Yeah.
just don't grab the 3-leaf plant because.
Oh
You'd
yeah,
get in some
the
trouble.
poison ivy. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tortoise, how have you been doing? You're grinding. You're on the grind.
I'm on the grind. Just a little WSOP, just playing some small tournaments and recently getting into some small cash games.
Okay.
I'm going to play my first World Series event of this series tomorrow. It's the Tortoise Invitational.
Mm-hmm.
50
The
cent,
Ultra
50 cent buy-in,
No,
1,000 big blinds deep.
it's pretty deep. It's ultra deep stack.
Oh.
So 50,000 starting chips, 12-minute levels.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like going to get into.
So we might see a
Maybe I
Tortoise
might
bracelet.
sell a little piece to you guys.
okay.
If you guys
Okay.
want a little sweat.
I might hit you up on that.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually like the first profitable piece buy I've made in my life.
See, well,
So
in your life, either you don't buy very
I
many
don't.
pieces, or you just
I rarely do.
Yeah.
A couple times a year, probably. So
Or you're just buying from the wrong people.
Landon.
You keep buying pieces of Landon. You should just buy pieces of the pieces Landon swaps or buys out, because he does very well in that department.
If he had like an investment portfolio that he could like sell shares of, that was all the people he's investing in.
You do great.
Yeah.
Fortunately,
I would like
for me,
to
that's
see
not
like
for
the
sale.
graph of that portfolio.
I mean, up and to the right.
But you have to have a certain, like when you're buying pieces and swapping, you got to have luck. You have to have luck. And I don't think I do. So maybe I shouldn't buy pieces of people for their own sake.
What I realized is that I'm too young to win at the moment. You have to age into winning. You know, you got to go through some trial, some hardship. But
You make me sick. The
When you
first tournament
swap.
you won.
Yeah, you did.
First fucking
You
tournament
did win the
played,
first
you won.
tournament you played. Live.
that's how they get you sucked in.
Oh
Right,
my
yes.
god.
That's how they get you
exactly.
sucked in. So now,
It's just like crack.
once I got that first hit of a W, they've suspended the live W's for a while, but I can swap with some people that have been around for a while, some very lucky people, you know? When you swap with some lucky people,
So what you're saying is you'd pull in the okey doke.
I just know where my strategy lies and where my strengths lie. And it's not in the all-in department at the moment, but it will be. You know, you got to go through some trials, some tribulations. As you all know, Steven Song is a great all-in player, one of the best all-in players.
I've heard he's very good at all-ins.
He also had, before he became the great all-in player, he went through like a year and a half of pain, of no all-ins, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he do anything to change it?
I'm not sure.
What's his trick?
I didn't ask him what his trick was, except for playing more. He's like, you know what? You just got to show up. You got to show up, play the tournament, get all in a lot, and then you'll start to win. And
Yeah,
he's
it's
doing
true. If
pretty
you're all
well.
in enough times, you will win one.
yeah, or if you're him, you'll win all of them.
All of them.
It's ideal. It's ideal if you
Yeah.
can win all of them.
Yeah, so I got to go through some pain town, and then we're back. You know? And then I'm a good faith guy. I will still swap with them when I have my all-in ability.
There you go.
You know,
Well,
gotta
as you
give some
should.
to get
They're helping you while they're winning all in.
Exactly.
So it's just only fair.
It's the power of friendship.
Yeah.
The power of friendship prevails.
Keeps you afloat.
Yeah.
Connie,
What's popping?
what is popping?
Yeah, just chilling. Watching them play double board bomb pots.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta
What's
fucking
going on
love
in your
this.
life?
Why are they playing two-card double board bomb pot?
Yeah,
He's
they
got
should.
top two.
Lame.
Definitely should change it to
More cards. More cards.
Yes, more cards is better.
Wait, this is
I'm
good.
chilling. Life's good.
Berkey's winning both of them.
Straight
Right.
chilling.
Life is good.
It's gotten. I think the heat wave's over. Maybe time to bring the tent back.
Yo, we were talking
Oh,
about
he's
it.
all in. Oh, shit.
Wow. The 10 might have to come
Yo,
back.
Matt has him drawing dead to a jack.
Yeah.
He has him drawing dead to a jack on one board.
Well, he's gonna fold
Oh, he
anyway.
folded.
Yeah, of course he's gonna fold.
Did he
has
just
nothing.
8x all in?
I don't know.
I think he
Oh,
just
yeah,
8x jammed.
How are you 8x jam? Oh,
Yeah.
they're doing no limit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, moving on. I don't know. We're gonna save
okay,
that one
all
for the
right,
review board.
all right.
We'll leave the 8x jam off the table.
Well, he only wins one board and he has king high in the second board. That's the reason why he's jamming. I understand
That is the reason.
I understand the thought behind
I
it.
don't know if it's
Equity denial?
I don't know if it's a good reason.
Run it through a solve.
Yeah, we'll run it through the double board.
We'll run the sim. We'll get back to you guys on that later.
Get back to him. Yeah, life's good. Just chilling.
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
What
right
were you
now.
saying? I said we're gonna bring the tent back.
Oh, the tent. There's a series going on right
You're
now.
bringing
know.
the temp. Should I come
There-
over?
there is
Is
a
the
series.
tortoise allowed to come
The
and
tortoise
play
can
for
come
sure.
grind in the
out.
tent?
The tortoise can come hang out.
Okay,
I heard
listen.
it's really clammy.
Corey,
in
do you
there.
hear this? I think we need to get the tent out.
Listen.
I heard it's
Can you guys get a
really
bigger tent?
clammy
Because
in
I'll
there.
come hang out if you guys are all gonna be in there too.
It's gonna be a fucking tent party.
Listen, please. The tent.
Turn off his mic,
The
Guapa.
tent is so
Turn
fucking
his shit
rank.
off.
Do not get the tent back.
We
The
need
tent.
extension
We'll
cords.
get some air freshener or
Yeah.
know,
We just need proper ventilation.
The tent is not coming back.
You don't decide on what the tent does.
Matt and I
I'm
have
getting text.
decided.
My phone is blowing up. I'm getting text messages
About
left
the
and
tent?
right. All they say is fucking 4 letters. TENT.
Yeah.
Capital letters.
Everyone's texting you
Everybody's
TENT.
texting me TENT
Wow.
right now.
Who could?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Brad Pitt's in there.
Absolutely everyone.
Corey is all about it. He said we need extension cords though.
I think. Why don't we get one of those really cool inflatable igloo things?
I was looking at one. It costs like $2,500.
Yeah. That's kind of a lot.
Well, you can put
2,500. Yeah, I mean,
Well, if Tortoise wins the bracelet,
that's easy.
then
Yeah, if I
he'll
win the
get us
bracelet,
Just
maybe.
get us something.
You guys are all gonna have a piece, so you can get your own
Oh,
tent.
what? We're all gonna have our own separate tents. We'll just be Skid Row in the backyard.
Corey said Matt determined is pro tent.
Matt Determined is texting Conrad saying tent.
Tent.
Just the word tent.
It's Matt. It's Matt Turkey.
Yeah.
Okay. He's busy playing live at the bike, but he's telling Conrad 10.
Well, speaking of playing, we did have a good conversation yesterday, Landon and I, about volume and variance and confidence and playing. Because I myself have gone on a bit of a hiatus.
Okay. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I had a downswing and I was sort of playing, I was sort of shot taking a little bit, but then it became more shot taking as the downswing continued.
Right.
And I had to drop down, and then my volume dropped off. Like, I didn't feel so good about where I'm at skill wise, and I kind of like lost a bit of that fire that I had prior when I was playing more volume.
Oh, I found it. I found that fire.
I
have
you
it.
got it. That's why I can't get it
Maybe
back.
I stole it from
You did.
I can give you a little bit of it back.
Please, yeah.
Okay.
My WSOP balance could use some.
You can't have any of my WSOP balance.
I would love some of
keep
your
the balance.
WSOP balance.
You're just gonna absorb his balance.
No.
Yeah, but I think it's something that, we in poker, you see all of the ups. Everyone shares the ups.
Yeah.
And I don't think the downs get talked about as much. We kind of tend to go through them quietly and then celebrate our ups when they happen again.
Yeah.
But I think it's something that everyone goes through and sort of figuring out how to navigate through that. And like, you're somebody who I find to be like, you're very solid in your confidence with poker, and you, even when you're running bad or whatever, you kind of like continue that energy. And I think I tend to sway a bit more towards like letting results convince me I stink. And then when I get into that mode, I'll sort of just be playing, and even if it's like a table that I would used to look at as really soft and a good table, I would just automatically start second guessing myself. Like, they know more than me. Everyone knows more than me, and I don't know like what I'm doing. And are you sure that's right? Even though I've done that spot like a bunch of times before, it's like, are you sure? Like, so I get a little like insecure with it.
I think that, well, just dealing with anything in general, whether it's downswings, whether it's life things, but we'll just use poker as the context for now. I would go through the same things. And when I first started playing poker, getting better, improving, and going from micro stakes to high stakes, I was telling you that I played 10 cent, 20 cent on stake for 9 months. Like, I played for at least 9 months of just 20 and out. And I was winning at 20 and out for a win rate of like 3 to 5 bigs per 100. I want to say it was even lower. It was like around 3.5 adjusted. And I remember saying, hey, I'm winning. Can I shot take 50? And my coach at the time, he said, no, you're making too many mistakes. There's things that you can do for yourself that save you money now, and you can make more mistakes and learn from them at a lower stake volume than trying to go through this progression of shot taking, shot failing, shot taking, shot failing. And there's a middle ground, of course, where when you feel like you're playing better, take a shot, see what it's like. But I had the same feelings as you. When I would win or lose, I wouldn't stop playing a session until I either broke even or lost small or won small, like won a couple buy-ins back, because I put so much of my identity in who I was as a person and the things that mattered to me into poker.
Right.
So if I lost, I would feel like a loser. I would feel like I wasn't good enough. Like, I would never get to be able to play high stakes. Playing online 10-20 was was my dream. And I was like, how am I ever going to get here when I'm taking the options and playing in this way? And it's going to take so long to get there. And fortunately, like finding confidence in a strategy is what allowed me to be able to accept the humanity of poker. Like you accept that you're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
You accept that you're not going to be able to know the bet sizes, the turn frequencies, the river raises, and even pre-flop, because pre-flop is still difficult as is if you're not using charts in game. Like some spots, you can't study every spot. And from there, I was fortunate enough to have a sample size. I showed up, put in the work. You know, I showed up online, played for 12 hours a day, had nothing else going on in my life. And all I did was play. I escaped what the real world was and real experiences like I'm trying to get into more now, like traveling and experiencing life and going out and
dating.
Yeah, and dating and becoming a real person, so to speak. And because I spent so much time in my own head when it comes to feeling like I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough for the things I want. I don't have enough time or money to do anything else because I'm busy being broke, being on stake, and having nothing else to do. And poker was my escape. Poker was my escape from reality and allowing myself to take some time for the one thing that I cared about. Because I remember putting so much of my own self-worth and my value into just poker. It took 2.5 years, you know, and I was fortunate enough to meet Jeremiah, and from there, like, he kind of took me under his wing and learned Pile Solver, ran Sims, and nothing changed for me in the sense of my overall mentality. It was just show up, run Sims, show up, ask questions, play poker, have a sample size, put in these hours. And I put in 200 hours months, like 200-hour months religiously for the first 2 years, which is ridiculous when it comes to poker.
That's
because
more than a full-time job.
Right, and especially when you're sitting, you know, like I wasn't I didn't have a standing desk or anything, just sitting in my room. Sometimes I was just laying in bed when I was like more sad than otherwise, and I would just play, and I didn't know what else to do. And looking back at it now, do I think that time was necessary? I think so, because it makes me who I am now.
Yeah.
And it gave me that time. I had a window of time where all I cared about was poker.
Right.
Was it the healthiest thing in the world? Of course not. Like, I gained a bunch of weight. When I came back from college, I probably weighed like 200 pounds. When I was in my room before I started trying to actually exercise in Florida, I probably got to my worst like 270. And from there, like, I just put on a bunch of weight, only cared about poker, didn't really care about anything else because I was never leaving the house.
Yeah.
I just didn't go anywhere.
Do you think that affected your playing at all? Like, that it was like making you sad or something?
It definitely had to, right? It definitely made me feel like, well, it was reflective on the result of the day, right? If I won a bunch of buy-ins, it was like, wow, what a great day.
Yeah.
You know? And if I lost, it's like, oh my God, like, what's going on? I remember, like, very, very vividly, there was a day when I was shotting 50 and L, like playing 25 cent, 50 cent, and 50 cent dollar. So I was playing 50 and 100 now, 6 tables. I remember I lost like $1,000 because like I would use big blinds, but I'm playing multiple different stakes. I lost that in probably 30 minutes playing those stakes. And I just remember that I shut down. I just fucking shut down. I didn't know what to do. I was like, I need a break. I'm just going to get off. And I was talking to my friend and coach at the time, Steven, about it. And he was like, look, everything's going to be all right. Just take a couple days. You don't have to play. That was the first time someone told me, hey, you don't just have to play because you have nothing else to do.
You can have fun too. Or you
right.
can have
or
a life too.
You could just not play, right? Because I didn't leave my house. I didn't have a life for those 3 days. But my 3 days were just me sitting in my room, overthinking everything, stewing about how I just lost 1K in 30 minutes. And what am I going to do with my time now? Because it's not poker. Yeah. I'm not allowed to play poker for 3 days or until I feel better. And then for those 2 days, I just watched like Netflix shows, watched shows, and didn't leave. I didn't do anything except for just sit there, relax, let myself lose. Yeah. You know? And that it was a big moment for me because I never shut down like that before. I would lose sometimes, be like, oh man, it sucks. I hate losing. Like I hate losing.
Were you kind of the type that it would be tough for you to like quit when you're down?
Sometimes, yeah, especially when you feel like you have to have an obligation to play.
Yeah.
When it comes to, oh man, it's a weekend. Oh man, like this guy's losing so much, you can't leave. He's playing every hand, you know? Sometimes you really feel like you just need to be there. You need to be in the seat. And sometimes that's true. But at the same time, this one instance and moment in life is not going to be your life-defining moment.
Yeah.
Especially in poker.
And it's not one session is not reflective of your whole skill or your whole potential or your whole trajectory. But I think that I definitely get caught up in that where I extrapolate that one session out into like infinite and I'm like, oh, this is literally not sustainable or profitable. Like I'm the worst.
Exactly. And the way that you feel about that is the way that I feel about other things that I have less confidence in. Like, when it comes to driving, when it comes to dating, when it comes to being a person. And we kind of broke it down into very simple things. And all of these things, the most important parts are sample size and experience, right? The more time you put in, the more experience you have, the more you'll grow from it, right? So with online poker or just poker in general, I've played over 2 million hands now. Like I can't remember like from an online session from 2 years ago, a hand history that I played,
right?
You know,
like it's not going to matter that one session.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. But in the moment, it feels like everything.
Yeah.
Like, especially when you're playing live and you're shot taking, it's like, this is the moment that's like make or break for me.
Yeah. Well, and then when you get into that mode, it almost feels like it makes you run worse.
Yeah.
And there's probably an element of like self-sabotage in there
100%.
too.
Definitely.
Where there's little things that you might, maybe you decide to flat instead of 3-bet in a spot where you'd usually 3-bet, and then you have to face the variance of the flop, and then it's so there's like a lot of micro things
and
that butterfly.
It's like so compounded when you're playing online and you're playing 6 tables, you're playing 10 tables
because it's fast.
Because it's so fast and happen right, exactly. If you're like playing live and you take like couple bad beats in a row, you still get like a breath.
You can go
in between.
take a walk.
Take a walk.
Maybe there's some hands that take a while before you get one
in
next.
between each hand, you can take a breath and but like when you're playing online, like it's just like, okay, the next hand's up, the next hand's up. I got 3 hands
Or you're in a bunch
going.
of hands at once.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
you like somehow
you take 3
trickle down and fuck up all 3 or
when
something.
When you're playing live, you can only take 1 bad beat at a time.
Yeah.
When you're playing online, you can take 4 at once, and then you just like you can lose your mind.
Especially like in any environment when it comes to poker or just moving on in life, like people act one of 2 ways. Like they either act in fear, right? You either become risk averse or you overcompensate.
Yeah.
Right.
And you get over aggressive.
Exactly.
I'm the more on the risk averse side. For sure.
I'm definitely on the over aggressive side.
But I have my spaz moment. You've seen my spaz. I definitely have some punt spaz moments too.
100%. And when it comes to poker and the game where most people in general are risk averse, as proven by like mass data, it's better. Like I would rather have action in someone that's a massive over aggressor than someone that's going to check fold down and bleed away.
I've never heard anyone say the opposite. Like everyone is like, I'd so much rather stake an over aggressive person than an under aggressive person.
Because the over aggression can be controlled and like you can turn down the it's
easier
like,
to dial it down than dial it up.
It's like, let's say you have an electric device that if you power it up too much, like it kind of goes crazy, but if it doesn't power on at all, it's not usable.
Yeah.
Right. So if you can twist it down a little bit.
Yeah, and it's easier to like dial it down than sort of the other way. Like the person has to overcome fear.
Yeah.
And that can be very sort of like deep seated. And
it is. Oh, there's a lot of fear.
Like it's complicated, and it can take a lot to like have someone move past that comfort zone, fear zone.
Right. And when it comes to anything like really going back to the main point is it takes experience, it takes time, it takes sample size, right? So the more you do something and the more proof that you have that you can validate a certain experience of, am I a winning player? Do I have a winning strategy? Am I winning in these games? With more data, like in the more of the sample size, you can convince yourself and show yourself that you are winning.
Yeah.
You are a winning player. You do have a winning strategy. And the fortunate thing of playing so many hands online and having a massive sample and being a long-term winner over that sample and hopefully only getting better as time goes on. It's one of those things where you can prove to yourself logically, or at least for me, because I'm a massive overthinker.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you've been doing this for X amount of time, have played X amount of hands, have played X amount of just spots, and you're human, you're not perfect, you make a fuck ton of mistakes every time you sit down and play poker.
Yeah.
But you're still winning, you know? And there's a difference between being confident that you're a winning player and like having a strategy, and being overconfident and saying, okay, I know everything about this game.
Right.
I know everything there is to learn. I know every correct, incorrect option, right? Especially when it comes to something when I'm playing more of like tournaments. Tournaments are so crazy when it comes to the different dynamics, variables, stack depths, percentage of field left, and then just inherently strategies, like 20 big blind strats different than 30, different than 40, different than
a lot of different stack depths to
right.
learn.
So you're never going to be able to be perfect. You're just going to be human. You're going to make mistakes. And once you have that, like that ground, like if you're going to build like a house, right? You want to have a really good like foundation. Like, and once you have that foundation, you then realize, okay, everything that I'm building upon that moves up on that foundation is grounded in something that I trust.
Yeah.
And once you have that trust, it's very easy to revert back to, okay, I'm going to follow my baseline and implement my baseline. Because the real trick of all of it when it comes to shot taking, when it comes to trying to play higher, is we make things harder on ourselves because we think that we're in a new environment. People are doing things we don't know.
Yep.
People are that much better because they've been doing this for longer, right? But at the end of the day, especially in something like poker, that's just not the case.
Right.
It's just not the case. And once you have enough confidence in your foundation and you're, okay, like, what do I find my confidence in? It's theoretical knowledge, right?
Yeah.
I've run enough sims. I have that baseline. I know what hands want to check raise, check call, bet, check back, right? And am I going to be perfect? Of course not. But I'm going to be more right than wrong. But at the same time, I need to figure out, understand what's the most important part.
Right.
If something's a range bet for a big size and I go small, who cares, right?
Yeah.
If I miss a bet in some spot where you're supposed to pure bet and I check, right? That's going to happen too.
Right.
You just have to realize that, okay, the EV of this decision and this one outcome is not worth that much, and it's not worth my mental fatigue.
Yeah, and and the mental fatigue is a huge thing for sure, because like you can harp on a decision that's literally a difference between like 0.1 and 0
Yeah,
EV.
exactly.
And then like there's, you know, Grandpa Joe over there punting off with like 4s on a king high board or something.
And it's I had to get the money in with 4s.
Right. And so then you realize the why you show up.
Exactly.
Is because that exists.
Exactly.
And then the other pots, you know, do your best.
Yeah.
Like what else can you do?
That's all poker is. Because I was looking at something, I was doing a coaching stream with Adam, and I was looking at win rates by position. And what I realized is that in theory, the rake takes up, for 2-5 raked ranges, the rake takes up a total of 16.7 big blinds per 100 hands. So per 100 hands, every seat is losing about 3.5 big blinds or something. So the rake is not that high or whatever, but because like 3 big blinds per person over 100 hands, not that much. But when you look at the win rates by each position, I'll start with like the blinds. Small blinds losing 28 big blinds per 100. Big blinds losing 51 big blinds per 100. Buttons only winning 20 big blinds per 100. Cutoffs winning 17. EPs winning 13. Low jack is winning 10.
What's the under the gun?
Under the gun is 10. So low jack, 6-handed, is 10 big blinds per 100. Right? So once you realize that, when you look through your stats, have that database, have that foundation of, call it 100,000 hands, right?
Yeah.
Call it, and the greater the better, because you have more data to prove to yourself what you need to work on. Once you have these things and can realize, wow, this is why poker's beatable.
Yeah.
Right? This is why poker exists. It's because everybody played good and played perfect in these very small, minute, oh, this isn't worth that much, but he's playing perfect. That's how things die. Like, that's why high stakes poker is kind of dying online.
Right, because the edges have gotten so thin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The edges have gotten thin, and if like you were to play against the machine would just sweep if you played enough hands. Because it's so hard to play like the machine.
Yeah.
Find the flop, check raises, and play enough hands and sample to do that.
Yeah.
So once the edges start drying up, the games go away.
Right.
Right? And once you realize, okay, I'm in this game because somebody is making massive errors. They're making, call it 10 big blind per hand errors in some
Plus.
egregious cases, right?
Yeah.
Getting in fours in a certain spot or finding a raise because they just thought you were bluffing or something. Because in practice, nothing is truly zero EV, right? Because no one can perfectly hit the numbers.
Right.
So some spots are going to be like, oh, this may call, may fold, and that's why we give a little bit more weight to these things. But there are some cases where some spots feel and are just inherently closer than others. That's why we love having the nuts so much, because you can't make a mistake and you can just win.
Yeah.
You know? So when you realize, wow, this person's making massive mistakes. I can see these mistakes. I can spot them. This is supposed to be a range bet. He's not range betting. This is supposed to be a value bet on the end. He's not getting enough value for his hand. This is supposed to be a pure bluff. He's not bluffing his hand. And once you can identify these things and have that foundation in the theoretical knowledge of, okay, I know this to be
where
true.
They're swaying from theory.
Right. I know this to be true because theory has proven this to me, right? And sometimes you're going to be wrong because people are going to get you with the thin value bet that they shouldn't have, and you're going to lose sometimes. But that's completely okay.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of having faith and trust in the sample size and that you will reach the long term.
Yeah, and I think having faith in your thought process and like that you're able to, because I think the times I have performed the best are actually like after you tell me to just like trust myself.
Yeah.
Because then it's like all that mental energy from second guessing, oh, like, is this a big bet? Or like, is this, or like, maybe this is, and trying to like reform my strategy, like every hand is
Like
really
while you're in the
mentally
game, you're
draining.
yeah.
And
Right.
it's not like, it's not productive.
It's not productive at all.
No.
Because you're trying to now make yourself learn something on the fly.
Right.
When you're actually trying to show up, play your baseline,
Yeah.
and then learn more there and slowly increase your floor.
Yeah.
It's not about playing like S tier poker.
Right.
It's about playing your B game that gets better every time you learn something new. And that's how improvements come. It comes slowly. Like, wow, I didn't know this spot was a range bet. I didn't know this turn was a range lead.
Yeah.
I didn't know this river was a pure check raise with this hand, but I don't check raise much. But this hand does this for these reasons, and then you extrapolate out.
Right.
And are you going to be perfect? Of course fucking not, right? You're human. We're all human. And that's okay. That's what makes poker a winnable, beatable game. And that's where you can find your confidence in understanding and spotting the mistakes.
Yeah.
And with more study comes more knowledge. And with more knowledge comes more of the ability to find and act upon the mistakes. Because in some spots, you'll be like, wow, this guy chose a bet size that I don't think exists.
Right.
All of his good hands go bigger.
Yeah.
He went small. He's probably capped. I'm going to raise. And then you raise and get a fold from a weak range 100% of the time. And then, or a large majority of the time based off of range proportions. But anyways, point being, once you can spot these things and make a little bit of tweaks and some like human exploits, is where the game kind of starts together, starts to make more sense to you. And these are always going to be existing when you can find an error.
Right.
If you can't find an error,
Like you
should
have to
probably
be
play a different
looking
game.
for the errors
Exactly.
all the time.
You have to know what you're looking for.
Instead of trying to hone in on your own errors all the time.
Exactly.
Like look at theirs.
Exactly. Because you're not going to be able to fix your errors in real time.
Yeah.
But what you can do is spot where someone else is losing and take advantage of it. And that's how you can gain more confidence, you know? And sometimes you're going to play the greatest poker of your life. You're going to play literally the best you've ever played. And you're still going to lose. And sometimes after a small sample of showing up, playing good, and getting just whacked, you can be like, wow, this was terrible. I'm never going to try this again.
Yeah.
And then you go back to the fear mentality of, I'm not going to try to raise anymore because the last time I tried, it didn't work.
Right.
Right? So it's very easy to get in your own head about the short term, especially when you're experimenting. And this is how I live my life in everything that is not poker. Don't get me wrong. I do not have this all figured out. I only have this mental
it's
stuff
so funny.
figured out in poker.
We're very opposite in that sense.
Wouldn't it be great if there were like solvers for dating? It was just like
Well,
you just
okay.
put in like a situation
on.
like, okay, so here's what I said, and here's her response, and here's what I'm supposed to, and it spits out what you're supposed to do.
So I literally played this game on my stream called Super Seductor. It is a game, and I got a refund after because I don't want to give this guy money, but it's a game made by a pickup artist.
Sure.
And he filmed all these scenarios
It's like a trainer.
It is. It's literally a trainer.
dating
and you
trainer.
can, it's a sim, and you can say, okay, I want him to do E or D, but there's some curveballs in there. Like there are some weird options. One of them is he runs after this car for like 5 miles to get a girl's number. And then one of the options is, it's like, say hello, say this. Start humping her car. So obviously I picked that one.
Well, yeah.
And then he tells you why it's bad.
That's how to win your heart.
Yeah.
It's a mix though. So like 10% of the time you hump the car,
Right.
And then 90%
it's
of the
like,
time you just say hi.
They go to a pier and it's like, suggest you go back to her place. Threaten to kill her family. And I'm just like, what? But it was very funny. So there is sort of a trainer for
it sounds great.
dating.
Well,
I wouldn't really follow it. It might
Probably
not be
not GTO.
Yeah, it might not be GTO.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like some hard exploits going on. But anyways, when it comes to the mental trade-off here and what I see how you kind of see poker sometimes and how I see living real life and being a real person is that the self-sabotage is so easy to do in real life things. Like everything in call it even the dating solve, right? Like dating solve says you definitely go for it. Like you close here, you ask the girl out, like you make a move of some sort. But in my mind, I'm like, there's no way I'm this, there's no way
because this could happen or this could happen.
Right.
Or this could happen.
This could happen. They don't really know, they don't know the real me. They don't know my past. They don't know how much issues that I've had. And I don't have that same amount of confidence in myself in that way.
And people think like that when they're playing poker.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I know this, I should 3-bet this hand, but what if he 4-bets me?
Right.
Then I'll have to fold.
This could happen. Listen, and we talked,
Right?
and sort of the overarching theme is that you're either acting in faith or fear.
Yeah.
So you can have faith in your strategy and your foundation and faith in yourself that you can deviate properly when you need to.
Right.
Or you can act in fear and think about all of the things that you don't want to happen, or the thing that happened last time when you did this, and just follow that. And that's going to just lead you to a self-fulfilling prophecy. And it's the same thing in dating and other stuff.
Especially when you're someone, you being me, that overthinks every possible sort of situation of oh man.
You're simming.
I'm trying to, I'm simming, but then I'm also not believing the output the sim says, because sometimes the sim is just yo, you're good here.
Yeah.
You're good 100% of the time. Call.
You're no, I must have ran it wrong.
Yeah, I'm nah, different parameters, I said one thing 3 hours ago that I still think about or yeah, but there's that fear element of what if it goes wrong?
Yeah.
Right? And the reason why I care so much more when it comes to especially dating or driving and things like that is when things go wrong, it involves other people and I don't want to leave a potential burden on someone else. But at the same time, that's just a bunch of coping and ego.
For sure.
How important are you? Do you think that your decisions here are going to massively impact someone else?
Right.
You're just acting in fear because you don't want to be hurt.
Yeah.
There would be times when I would say something, I say, I don't want to make someone else uncomfortable. And then you tell me you don't want to make yourself uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And that's the truth.
Yeah.
Someone's got to say that.
Well, it's fear is often self-centered.
Yeah.
So, and it's the same in poker. I'm worried about the mistakes I'm making, and that keeps me from looking at their mistakes, and that's how you capitalize on people. So it's your fear is keeping you looking at your mistakes, possibly, and thinking about things that you said instead of thinking about oh, I wonder what she thinks about this, or I wonder if we get along in this way.
Exactly. And do you think, at least for you, when it comes to call it playing a bigger tournament than you normally play and selling action, right? Do you feel a fear of making a mistake when you sell?
It depends to who.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm the same way because when I would sell for big things or whatever, the way that I've reframed it reframed it by being told this, and it's really great when you have a network and people that when they buy, they want to invest in your career.
Yeah.
Right? They're investing in your long-term process. And when they buy, they're not trying to expect you to play perfect.
Right.
Right? They don't expect you to make every right call, make every right check raise, make every right pre-flop decision, right? But what they do is they bet on your overall ability to succeed.
Yeah.
So okay.
And the spots you'll be in the future.
Exactly.
And,
there's a bunch of things that I did not think about from the investing side of poker when like it comes to buying action in people, or like especially for longer term things, where you think to like the idea of investing early, right? Because in theory, we're all not the best versions of ourselves, but the idea is you grow.
Yeah.
And then those pieces are still available, like the whole pay to play system of you've been here for years, you know, you've seen me grow up, you've seen me go on these like big tournaments, like have these wins, have these experiences, and there's a good faith that in there where it's like I want to give you action for believing in me in the past, because that's what happens when your friends that invest in your career want to see you succeed, is that you feel like you also want to provide value to them as well.
Right.
And you want it to be a two-way street. Whereas if you're selling to someone that you don't really know too well, and it's going to be different for both of us, because obviously like when it comes to action selling for people who don't know, like there might be underlying things there too besides just buying the action.
Right.
But when it comes to like in my case, I don't want to feel like I have to justify any of my decisions to the people that have action in me.
Yeah.
Because if you want action, right, you can buy it, right? If you're in a closed like network, you can have it, and we're on the mutual page here of I can make decisions, I make the decisions I want, and then we review them later and we talk about it, we learn, you know, and we move on. And that's okay. Like I used to think, oh man, like I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to lose money for my friends.
Right.
And your friends know that.
Yeah.
You know, your friends that really
Like sometimes it feels like, oh, like they're doing me a favor by buying my action.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I feel like a drain, or like, you know, I feel like if I don't win, like I'm not, you know, doing my part, or, you know, but it's not like that.
No, it's not like that at all, at least in a healthy relationship, right? Because your friends or the people that have action in you that genuinely care about you, they know that you're acting in good faith.
Yeah.
Like you're trying hard to win. It's not like I show up, I go play terrible poker on purpose, right? Then nobody wins.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And it's okay to like fuck up a big spot, you know, like final two tables, like you make a jam that you think is good and it's just not, you know? And the people that truly believe in the long term and believe in your career know that the way that you feel, it impacts you too. Because in theory, even if you're on stake, right, you have a piece of the action. You win when you win. Right. You know, you don't win when you lose in most cases in like a normal situation where you sell correctly.
Unless you're overselling 1,000%.
That's a
don't do that.
Yeah.
If you're so, then you know you win when you lose.
Yeah, is that what Kareem?
But he doesn't. Wait, but he didn't.
No, he cashed.
Yeah, I was gonna say he didn't even lose when he was supposed to.
Yeah, well, I think it's because like I don't think he paid people back or something. I don't know what's going on there. But anyways, in theory, like your friends believe in your ability to win, and when you win, they win, and you win. So why would you want to actively make a mistake? And
right.
Sometimes, of course, we're human and we're fallible by nature, where self-sabotage will happen, where it's like, oh man, am I supposed to jam this hand here? Like this is such a big spot for me, you know? And you don't, because you just want to play like the low variance route where you know it's a pure jam for chips, like or plus like with ICM or whatever, and you just don't. And you think to yourself, oh man, and variance is such a tricky thing, because sometimes it'll work out in your favor,
I know,
and other times it won't, and you'll feel like
wow,
a genius or an idiot.
I'm literally psychic.
You're right. It's like I'm God. I just flopped a flush, and he had like a hand that would have folded if I jammed. Like, look at me get max value, you know? And it's like this spot was one flop where one thing went your way, where you didn't get like squeeze jammed on or something happened beforehand, or it's easy to play Monday quarterback, you know, like a Monday morning quarterback after things happen. And the important part is trying to make the most logical decision you can in the moment, and realize that the people that are invested in you truly want what's best for you. Yeah. And that's made all the difference.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah.
I think that's important stuff to talk about. I think
it's the only thing I'm confident in, you know? We talk about driving a car or dating or all that stuff. Nah, that ain't me.
Hey, you make eggs now, though.
Sample size experience, you know, the eggs are getting better.
Sample size.
You show up, you do the work.
Yeah.
You show up, you cook some eggs, you know?
You're getting a sample of eggs.
I want to I want to start cooking more, you know? It's a good skill to have.
Yeah, it's fun.
Maybe we'll cook together.
Yeah.
Where's our fucking brisket, Brian? It's Friday.
I know, it's
what
true.
the hell?
Brian,
Holy shit, you're right, Brian. Brian, what
now.
happened to the meat sweat segment?
It just died, you know? Kind of just.
It didn't die. You
She
let it
never
die.
paid
You
him.
let it die.
Chin never paid him for fucking.
No, he did eventually.
Oh, he
he did?
did.
He did pay
Okay.
him.
Hey guys, speaking of death.
Oh, do we have a hand?
Please
Oh,
say Matt's
no.
not gonna lose. Oh my God, Matt's dead.
Oh no.
Ace, bro. Fuck.
Oh no.
I guess we can do some. We can do some commentary on this
Yeah.
stuff. We can talk about these hands. I don't really know what happened pre, but it sounds like Matt's gonna be in a tough spot unless someone does something egregious like jam for.
I
I
for
mean,
next
he's
spot.
still gonna win this
They're
1
pretty
out of
deep
5 times.
still.
Yeah, he'll win this. He'll win this a little bit less than a quarter of the time. You know, see the bright side.
Yeah.
The 4, that's not gonna help.
No, that's not a good call. That's a-
Mm.
You guys ever seen the Ace of Spades?
You gotta get better at hitting these rivers.
The Ace of Spades.
Oh man. Okay, so Matt, that's 1400. Cut
Mm.
off.
Chat, what do we think about his do-rag today?
Don't
No, that's not the do-rag hat.
Rate the do-rag.
That's not the do-rag hat.
It's not.
No.
No.
don't jam. Don't
Has-
jam.
That's the Solve for Y hat. You can get that at academy.solvefory.io.
If you guys
Click on
also
the merch button.
have any merch that you want to see in the store, let us know.
He
Maybe some
called.
Aquarius shirts.
Get
Oh
us
boy.
there.
Yo, please.
Get us
Oh
there.
boy. SPR is
Let's hit
quite
it.
low. Ace.
No.
Ace.
Oh,
no.
that's even worse.
Oh no.
Oh,
I
No,
think
he's
gonna find the
pretending.
fold.
He's pretending.
tricking.
He's pretending.
fucking tricking.
He's pretending unless he thinks this guy's like the antics are too much, you know?
He snapped.
No, he
all
snapped. Oh, he bet 1500. He didn't go all
Oh,
in.
nice.
Saved. See, like, okay, here's a good example of a spot
Bet river
where
saved.
Matt should probably get stacked, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah. What's
Just
with
like-
that river bet?
So like it's annoying, but like you should be at least happy that he didn't bet his
Like
hand
you're
correctly,
winning by
and
not
then-
getting stacked.
Exactly.
Right,
And
exactly.
That's
yeah.
the perspective
because these
shift.
hands are going to happen. The mistake isn't the hand that happened. The mistake is the guy didn't get the value he should have.
Right.
So you actually
You-
capitalized
by
off of
default,
that,
you
even though
win.
you lost a hand.
Exactly. And that's how
why
poker
you
works.
show up.
Right.
That's why you show up. That's why you sit in the seat. That's why you play tournaments every day. And
Yeah.
variance is wild. Variance is crazy in all formats. But it's a gambling game. It's just a gambling game. And all you can do is try to find the most spots where you're winning and losing EV. Because when someone doesn't win their max, they're losing by
Yeah.
default, right? If someone's supposed to win 50 big blinds and only wins 10, in theory,
They're
there's a
losing, yeah.
negative 40. Like,
Yeah. There's only so many winning hands you get
I can't
dealt.
believe he had kings to that thread.
VPIP, Matt's played 40%.
He's getting there. He said he
Oh,
was gonna
wow.
play 50%
We're just going to
today.
live tweet the results. Matt stuck 13. It's just sad.
I can't believe he had king.
Rude.
Need another pair of underwear.
I mean, I was kind of joking, but yeah, well, might as well go.
You can't say jokes out
Yeah.
loud.
I can't. No, I can't.
No.
It's true.
Like if there's an action behind it,
Yep.
like it's gonna happen. Right, so we just gotta dig ourselves out of a little
What do you think
hole
went
here.
into Berkey's decision making when he decided to put that shirt on? Do we like the shirt?
You know what?
It's a very Berkey shirt.
It is. It is.
Mhm.
I feel mixed about the hat plus shirt.
Mm.
It feels like two different vibes to me.
Right, because he's like dressed up with a
Mhm.
button down, nice shirt.
Right.
Then he just throws a backwards hat on.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's kind of his style. Like that's his.
He's a
his
complicated
look,
man.
You know.
And he has a complicated look.
Yeah. That's sort of his signature thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not a fan of the no undershirt. No, it's cold as fuck in that room too.
Oh yeah, that room is freezing.
I know
Like
his nipples are cold.
You
People-
like the undershirt?
people were wearing winter coats in there.
I like how Matt keeps having hands to play, though. That's good. Like when you have hands that you can play, it's better. Like than if you just lose these hands and then you don't get any. Like you just have to sit there and keep
Yeah,
folding.
just folding
you know?
and folding.
Yeah, you get to play
Like, I'm
single
not
race
going to get
pot.
my money back by
Oh
folding.
fuck! Never mind.
Oh, Jesus
no.
Christ.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh,
Yes.
man,
Wow.
Berkey.
7.
What is going on here?
Any 7s in the? on the
Welcome
turn?
back to the stream, Berkey. Jeez.
And of course,
When
it's
is he
against
gonna
Andy.
win on a live
Mhm.
stream?
Man, Matt runs bad on live.
He
stream.
really
no,
does.
no, he's bad, remember?
Oh yeah,
Berkey's
he's
really
just,
bad.
He's just
7.
a blaster.
Fuck.
Mhm. Like if he
Oh,
can't
he just
get
called.
away.
He just called. Okay, that's good. No, we check raised. The pot's wrong. Oh no,
That's not wrong.
it should be right. If it's a single raise pot. Oh, it might not be because it goes check raise call. The sevens are actually bad, but he has good sevens. He has a good sevens because his seven of spades kind of like brings in a flush, which completes most of Andy's bluffs.
Seven.
He needs to hit rivers better.
Oh no! It was the black 8. Black 7 was it. Black 7 was the one. So now sevens are actually function pretty poorly as the sevens block like the 6-7, 5-7. However, he doesn't have a spade. The heart's kind of bad, which is nice. Andy probably goes big here. Like 3/4 to 150% pot.
He bet 5,200.
He overbet, yeah. So it's a good spot to overbet, as in he's just repping straights, right? He's repping 3x.
How much do we call here?
Button versus big blind, you're probably supposed to call sometimes. Like if he had 7 of spades, 7 of hearts, I can see folding more, right? Because the 7 of spades blocks the 6-7 of spades, 5-7 of spades, and things like that.
Yeah, he called.
But the red sevens, like with the 7 of hearts, is a little bit bad, right? Because you block the 6-7 of hearts for Andy. But then again, Andy 3-bets that pre sometimes. He 3-bets 7-8 pre sometimes, like 7-8 suited and such. So he's not going to like have it in full when it comes to having like things of that nature. But like a better bluff catch in theory in that spot is definitely ace-4, right? Because ace-4 blocks the 3-4, blocks the sets, it blocks the, and it doesn't block his bluffs, right? If you have the ace-4 of clubs on the spade, heart board, it's more likely that Andy has a flush draw that bricked and fires it. And your ace high card doesn't interfere with his bluffs.
I think I'm seeing too many reasonable hands from Berkey. I think that we need to start seeing some, 9-5 offsuit thrown in there, some
Jack
4-bets
off,
with like 10-3.
I think Matt's the kind of guy when we had that aggression factor of you either get risk averse or overcompensate. He's on the other side of the.
As most of the like best players in the world are. I mean, I think. You look at Adamo, he's like fucking actually a madman. Yeah. Absolute madman.
People try to find ways to win. You know?
You guys just wait till fucking Berkey gets dealt the Montana banana.
What's that?
He already did. He folded it.
What? Oh
how's he going to fold the Montana banana? I don't know what it is.
It's the 9 deuce.
Oh.
You know why it's called the Montana banana?
No.
Because bananas will grow in Montana the day that hand wins.
He just told me this before the stream.
Look at Brian. Brian, you know what that is? Brian, that's not a dad joke.
How do you not have like 5 like daughters? You are like the perfect embarrassing dad.
He's completely embarrassed.
Yeah.
Not embarrassed.
Somebody just said Adamo's up 500K on GG from cash today.
Wow.
Look at that.
He's one sick motherfucker.
Sick puppy.
500K.
I wonder what stakes they're playing.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Who's up 500K?
Adamo.
Frederick, what stakes are they playing? Let us know.
Someone responded to Berkey's thread and said, a windfall is coming.
Windfall inbound? Windbound?
Windfall is coming.
Get Jack 8 off.
Folded.
Check raise, bro. You got a spade.
Their lighting has gotten
That's a pure
better.
check
I'll
raise.
say that.
500, 1,000, 200, Annie.
The lighting has gotten better, but I think that, just a suggestion, Bike, if you're watching, the screens, maybe consider putting some pubic hair on there.
It's a nice touch.
But hide it. Hide it in like spots where it's not so
tasteful
noticeable.
pubic hair.
I don't get the QR code that they keep putting up there.
Yeah, I don't know. How are people...
Can we scan it or something?
No one's scanning it. No one's scanning that.
The players can scan it if they want.
They're
not.
We can scan it.
They're not scanning it. I don't even know. It's probably for a free...
There, you can scan that.
That's fine.
They're playing 500, 1K, 2K, 200 ante on GG.
Oh, shit. That's huge.
Pure Reg War. Makita, Chris Brewer.
Oh, my God. We can fucking
See,
scan
you can
it.
scan it, yeah.
What does it scan to?
The t-shirt company, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and Limitless. Wow, I want to watch that game.
Well, that's pretty smart.
I guess it'll be on the replays.
All right, if any sponsors out there watching our show right now, we can put some fucking QR codes right behind us.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so ready?
We'll put a QR code right on our bottle right here with your shit on it. You know what I mean? Set us up.
He's in trouble in this hand too.
Queen 9. Well, let's see.
Oh,
Yahtzee.
Oh, no. Queen Jack's out
no.
there.
Oh, come on.
No. This is long con. We're gonna long con.
Even
A
one
nine's
of the
dead.
nines is dead.
Oh
What's
my
going
God.
on here?
Have faith, have
They're
faith.
like just cold decking the shit out of him.
Oh
faith.
no, we just rebought too.
Can't catch
This
a
is so
break.
dumb.
Oh no.
Just have faith, guys. Have faith. 9.
What
Deuce.
the fuck are we having faith for? Dude.
We're hoping for deuce and then 9.
So the
Deuce.
Montana banana?
No, yeah, we're hoping for Montana banana right now.
Okay, here's some split options.
Fuck, that's not a banana.
No.
That's not.
Or it's not,
Wait.
and it's not
Wait,
a
we
Montana.
need ace. Ace is good.
Ace,
Matt's
yeah,
in. The graphics
Oh,
are
I
on.
was like, what the
Yeah.
What are you doing, Lynn?
Oh, Berkey said the graphics wrong?
I think Matt still has a hand.
Yeah, he's
like-
got it. I mean, he wouldn't
Oh,
fold.
I was like, wait, what?
Wait, what just
How could he
happened?
say
Why is
Unless the right.
Maybe he didn't
we'll
have
see.
queen. Maybe he didn't have that hand.
He probably didn't. And Matt's not
Maybe
folding.
he just soul read him.
No. No.
He would
Wait,
never.
so does
He
that
would
mean-
literally never fold.
Time out. Does that mean Lynn doesn't have this hand?
I don't know. I don't know.
Uh,
I think she might.
Where's Matt? Matt's in the hand. I saw him not. Oh.
Nice. Someone said nice lay down, Matt.
Yeah, maybe it was a card error because Matt's not folding a queen. Okay.
Yeah, there's just no world.
I don't
where
know,
he
man. Matt's
folds.
determined.
What's going on right now?
Tom says
guess-
maybe Lynn has the queen 9 and Berkey had the 10-9. That might be
Yeah,
true.
they're having issues with their graphics.
Look at their
Okay.
graphics.
Okay.
yeah.
Graphical issue. They didn't pan to Matt in the hand, which means he's not in it anymore.
Wait,
Oh, no, he is.
Oh,
But his hand's not.
Oh, and one of the cards on the board is
The turn came
unknown
through.
now.
What's going on
Something's
here?
happened
oh
here.
man.
Motherfucker.
The
He's back
queen
in the
is
hand.
It is a
definitely out
queen,
there.
yeah.
It is a queen.
The turn was the 3 of clubs. That makes more sense to why Lynn bet. But why did we get scammed?
Why are they confusing us this way?
Can Matt just be out of the
Might
hand?
not be in the hand because they're not cutting to him.
Yeah.
What? Now he's out.
Now
Wait,
he's
now he's
back.
back in.
He's not in the hand. It must have been.
Jesus.
Thank God that he didn't actually have that.
Wait.
Get cooled off again.
He had
No,
it.
he flipped his hand
He
over. Matt's in the
fucking had
hand.
it.
What
Matt's
is
in the
going
hand.
on?
Oh, he is.
Oh no! What the fuck shit was that?
They're having trouble with the
Got to be the camera as well.
cameras
Fuck
too.
are they
Yeah.
having- yeah.
They're just scamming us. That's the problem.
Okay, long term. Okay, long story short, Matt had 3 queens and he did not win.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But that's okay.
But he didn't lose too much.
He didn't.
3-way pot,
Again.
12K pot. Not bad.
No.
Do we know if that's right?
No.
We're just gonna guess. Let's just.
It honestly could have been a 200K
50,
pot.
yeah, maybe
we,
it
we
was.
don't know.
Yeah. No, he's smiling. What can you do?
That means he lost the minimum. I'm out. He just
He's
got
thinking,
cooled.
these guys stink.
Yeah, he just got cooled the fuck off.
Mhm.
Back-to-back hands and lost like 10,000. Where he could have
Tom
went broke each
says,
time.
Berkey 3 years ago loses maximum. Berkey today loses minimum. Come on, Tom. That's bad marketing for him.
Yeah.
We need to push the agenda that he stinks
We're
and that
pushing the hashtag
he's a
delusional,
blaster and he's
delusional
a
Berkey.
whale and he needs to be invited to all the games.
Yeah, Tom's. We have to push bad Berkey.
Yeah.
I can't believe Berkey's not winning in a lineup like this.
Bad Brad? Nope. Bad Berkey.
There it is.
Delusional Berkey.
Delusional Berkey. Delusional turkey.
Yep. Yeah, there was. Andre says, "Can I time out, Tom?" There was a comment yesterday that said, "Turkey has no sense of humor. The Tortoise is a comedic genius, and Connor is naturally funny." So Turkey, Connor, and Tortoise.
That's almost right for any of the
It's a
names.
parallel universe.
Turkey's Berkey.
Yep.
Connor's Conrad.
You figured it out, Tortoise.
And the tortoise.
You're not the Tortoise.
I actually don't understand how the fuck I get called Connor so much. In the
You really do get
Yo,
Connor a
It
lot.
is absurd how many times it comes up Connor.
Yeah.
It's like,
Hmm.
there's a D at the end, guys.
It's easier to say than
Yeah,
Conrad.
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 Why doesn't Landon play in this? You'll be there next week, right?
I'll be there next week. Yeah.
You
Gonna
play
show
next
up.
week?
Shit.
I didn't know that.
Play some 51.
Yeah.
Got some other things set
Oh
up. Maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's some other things?
No,
set
no,
up?
no. You're not.
Outside of poker.
Hold on
You're
a
not gonna fucking do this
Hold
twice in
on.
the show.
Hold on a second.
We'll see.
You want to share that tea with us?
No, the team was just shared. I'm just.
You don't get to do this.
So
You
do you
can't
have a
leave us on
date?
cliffhangers like this.
You have a date.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Is it
well,
with
that was-
somebody you
make
met
sure
at
to
this
report
party?
back.
Yep.
Report back to not the fucking
Did you
social
meet this
media.
date at the party that you went to?
Yeah, let's not talk about it anymore. We're good.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. You brought it up. So.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
can't-
brought it up secretly. We can
No,
keep
you didn't bring it
Well,
up
it's not
secretly.
secret at all.
No.
So they got some other things going on too.
We're speaking to 389
Wink, wink.
people right now.
Then they
Plus
can-
5.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 4.
Plus 5. Plus the
I speak for
5,000.
myself. No,
10,000 people are
it'll-
gonna watch
Should
later.
be good. We'll see. But
Do you have anything specific planned?
no,
Dinner or
we'll get there. I do plan hard for these things though.
do a nighttime date?
I try hard.
Go to Jonah's kitchen.
Hey, it's me, Matt. Thank you so much for the super chat, Matt Determined.
Why are you giving us money? You just busted so much, Matt.
Joseph says to fold more often. Hashtag OMO. Old man optimal.
Old man optimal.
Yeah, is that like the Tortoise fucking training site?
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, it's me, Matt.
Hey, I have
Matt
a 3-bet
determined.
range now.
Oh, shit. I
Yeah,
forgot.
Tortoise is working in some 3-bet bluffs. You guys better.
No, don't tell them my
Oh,
secrets.
just kidding. It's only for value.
Yes.
Aces
He's
only.
very unbalanced, and it's only value.
Always value.
Aces only. Aces only.
You know,
Fuck,
not for
man.
nothing. Even if you are working in some 3-bet bluffs, I'm pretty sure you always want to get called.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's 3-bet bluffing with like ace king.
It's a drawing. It's a drawing hand.
right now.
It's just ace high, guys.
Ace king off is the 3-bet bluff. Ace king suited is value.
Hey, it's me.
No, that's
Matt.
also a bluff.
I have an awesome folding range. I can share.
Aces and kings are for value. Queens is a bluff.
Tortoise versus Hellmuth. Who wins?
I mean, that guy stinks.
All right, Hellmuth.
Wow.
The gauntlet has been thrown down.
I would actually love to
get
see that
first.
heads
Could
up
you
match.
imagine if Berkey's trying so hard to get like,
And then it's just
and then,
you.
and then yeah, somehow I get the invite to play.
He would be
Hellmuth?
so mad, honestly. Phil Hellmuth, please do that because it will tilt Berkey
It
so
would.
much. Please
It
play the
would.
Tortoise
Let's do
heads
it.
up.
No,
Let's do it.
I think that'd be great. I would love to see Phil versus Tortoise.
And then watch Tortoise be the first one to beat Hellmuth in the
Do you
heads
think
up.
we can
Yeah.
crowdfund
thing?
his buy-in?
Yeah,
For sure,
I think
right?
we can.
Like, I
We
mean,
could what?
For the
crowdfund your buy-in.
1.6
yeah.
million heads up,
Yeah.
we can crowdfund that easy.
there's
Start
definitely
a-
some people
Let's start a
out there just-
GoFundMe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some people out there just want to see Phil lose.
Mm-hmm.
It would just be epic because he's won all of these ones, and then
Then I just come in
entering
and
the
wreck him.
tortoise, and it's
Yep.
just you with like a cloak and a tortoise shell, and you have like your collar up
I
and
just
has
wreck his
sunglasses
shit.
on.
Right, they do the instead of who's that Pokemon, it's who's that
I-
poker player, and it's just
I would
you.
have to wear these.
100%.
Yeah,
sure.
Wear
That's
them
not
right
even a
now.
question.
Papa, cut the Brian right now. This is what Phil Hellmuth is playing against.
Yeah.
This is what you have to fucking deal
This
with,
is-
Phil.
the new challenger has entered.
I call.
I mean,
I limp.
do I look scary?
Yeah, like, do you
look
do you
like
want to
an
play that guy
intimidating
heads
poker
up?
player?
As I don't.
Nobody wants to pull that guy
Mhm.
heads up.
I'll play that guy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I mean, you have the
You'll play
the
anyone.
fox and stare, and then you have this. What's the difference?
You have the fox's stare and you have the tortoise glare.
Oh, the tortoise glare.
Wait, that happens when
glare.
he has kings, right?
Yep.
Those
Exactly.
are the glare protectors.
Don't give Hellmuth Don't give away my tells to Hellmuth.
Well, that's why he's gonna wear the sunglasses.
Yeah, that's why I have the sunglasses on.
I
Yeah.
have kings.
Holy shit, I have king.
Oh my god, what am I gonna do?
That would be such a sick
raise?
aesthetic. What a sick aesthetic that would be.
Yep.
You with those glasses with the shell on your back. You got a hoodie to cover. You know.
Imagine.
Oh, I can imagine. I'm imagining. I'm imagining. Yeah.
All right, make it happen.
Poker Brad versus the Tortoise.
The Tortoise.
That's French tortoise.
That's right.
I mean, this tweet is doing really well.
Yeah.
81 likes,
How many retweets?
Don't worry about it.
10
I got you.
retweets,
I got
2
you.
How many
quote
impressions?
tweets. Let's see.
I got you.
13,581.
Those are rookie numbers. We gotta get those up in this
Yeah.
racket.
No, I mean it's early yet. You know. Yeah, everybody needs to go retweet that.
I got you.
It's true. Let's run this shit up.
A thread.
Negrano, if you're watching, please retweet that.
Yeah, please, D-Negs. Please.
That would be fucking great. I can't believe he had kids.
Send it out to his 500,000 followers.
What?
D-Negs.
Why do we get so much enjoyment out of that?
You know,
It's just so fun.
mm-hmm.
Because I
Yeah.
know he can't do anything about
Can't
it.
do anything. He's such a serious person.
Yeah, it's so off-brand.
That's so perfect.
Oh.
What's going on here? Andy has been in every fucking hand since every time I've looked up.
Yeah, he's 5-betting with the ace 4. Let's go, dude.
Oh yeah.
Ace wheel.
And what do you know? The guy is the top of range. Weird.
Guys, queens.
Ace 4 so live versus queens.
I know. People forget that Andy wins this hand a third of the time.
So live.
Third of the time, as well as getting folds pre.
I think he wins like 70% of the time. It's Andy.
Not folds pre from queens, but just folds pre versus range. So it's important.
What do you think this guy's thinking right now? He looks pretty.
He's thinking,
He's
does
just
this
doing
guy
some
have aces?
accounting.
He looks a little uneasy right now. Like, but how do you put in chips to proceed after this?
Maybe he's not sure whether to jam or call.
Well, I mean, you can only jam or fold
People,
after you act like this,
I've
right?
noticed that people, when they're deep, they like short circuit with queens, and then they just
He might
punt
fold.
it off.
Like he might fold though.
Like his
Because
hand is so face up, kind of.
people, yeah, a good one.
Yeah, but still, like, once you call at this point, it's just like you've deliberated so long pre-flop. Your hand is face up. It's
His
live
mannerisms right now
This
like
looks
he's
like
gonna
a fold. This looks like a folder.
poker. Yeah, that's what
Wow.
I'm saying. You can only
He's
do these two
definitely in
options:
pain.
is fold it or kind of all in.
Yeah, they're
Unless
just
you're
rookies.
a sick actor, he's folding.
Yeah, of course.
What?
Andy, show a 4.
Show 4.
Just
Show the four.
Please,
Show the
Andy.
four.
Show the 4.
Show the
of
4.
course.
Yes.
Yes.
Suck it, accountant.
Fuck! Why couldn't Burke have the queens?
I know.
Account that. Yeah, see, I guess folds pre do exist. Look at that. See?
I guess they're taking a break.
Oh, he is.
Well, the half the table got up.
Well, I guess, I mean, we've been going for,
Hour and a half.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We can probably wrap it there, and you guys can catch the rest of Berkey on Live at the Bike. We'll be going for a little bit. But I do have a quick little message from our sponsors. I got a message from our sponsors today.
Where'd you find this voice from?
It's like the radio voice.
You nailed it.
A message from our sponsors. The biggest series in BetMGM poker history is underway in New Jersey, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. From September 15th to 25th, play for over $2 million in guaranteed prizes in the BetMGM Poker Online Championships. Compete in big buy-in high rollers, $100,000 daily phase events, and more exclusively on BetMGM Poker. For a complete series schedule, visit betmgm.com. And just highlighting, there's over $2 million guaranteed across the entire series, which includes a $2,500 buy-in high roller this Sunday. So get in there or get square. All right.
Maybe we should go to Michigan.
Should we?
Michigan trip.
Michigan trip.
I'm in.
We have the master of Michigan, Corey, to guide us
It was
to
like
the
some
promised
juicy
land.
action.
Yes, it's actually a sponsor, and there's more where that came from. So if you guys want to sponsor us, let me know, because we're desperate.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll literally read anything.
Yeah. In any accent you want.
If you want QR codes fucking up
I
here, just
will
let us
read
know.
anything. Please sponsor us.
Save the
Seriously,
house.
we need it. We're desperate, and we're homeless. Well, maybe. I don't know. Hopefully we're homeless soon, so these god darn showings and open houses stop.
I mean, we always have a tent.
The tent.
Skid Row is coming. Okay, see you guys on Monday.
Sounds great.
And remember to go visit Berkey's Twitter and go and please interact. Let him know what you think of his new, mindset shift. Goodbye.
See you Monday.
Have a good
Peace.
weekend, guys.